Caleb from Brownells here, and I am joined by Andrew from Breek Arms. And Andrew, today we're going to be talking about what?
Our two different suppressor hub mounts. So
Okay.
we have our Plan B and then as well as our Breek Lock 3QD.
Okay, awesome. Well, let's talk about the Plan B because I think this is what a lot of people already kind of know about.
Yep.
Like everyone's somewhat familiar with Plan B if they're familiar with the suppressor attachment world. And I have one here on this Mark 18. And this one, I'll set that there. And then I'll give this to you.
Yeah.
You can talk about that.
Yeah, so with our Plan B system, we have 3 different muzzle devices. So we have our Echo, our Sentinel, and our Scorch 3-prong, as well as...
Which one's that one?
This is our Echo.
Okay, cool.
Yep. With that, we have our Plan B mounting system. Comes in titanium and stainless steel. If you're worried about weight, titanium is about 1 ounce, where the stainless steel is about 2.1. And as far as caliber for the muzzle devices, we have 30 cal, 223, 5.56, and 9 mil. Some of the muzzle devices are packaged together where, 30 cal and 5.56, as well as being able to fit all. So it's kind of interesting depending on thread. Other than that, with the hub itself, it's 1375 by 24 for hub compatibility, which is about 80% of the suppressors on the market for compatibility. Yeah, and it's definitely a customer favorite. It's very, what's the best word to say? Yeah, the Plan B is accessible to anybody who is buying a suppressor, as well as pricing goes. Our pricing is very competitive.
Yeah,
for the market as well.
He's being like super humble about it. The pricing on these, like to get into it, like if you have something that's not Plan B or you have something you're trying to convert to a Plan B, these things are priced extremely well and they're very well made. Like I have this one here that I put on a Dead Air Sierra 5, and it's super easy to install because I mean everything's hub compatible, right? So you just install it on there, and then you're good to go right onto any of those Plan B muzzle devices.
Yep.
So not only are the adapters super affordable, but so are the muzzle devices.
Yeah, and putting it on as well is it's fairly simple. You time your muzzle device, and then just screw the hub onto the suppressor, and then screw it on all together.
And if you don't know how to time a muzzle device, there's a really good video on this channel as well. We did it. We show you how to go through that full process, and it's a lot easier than you think it is. So that's not a big challenge there. So with that, I mean, Plan B is just a really good taper lock. It's pretty straightforward. The taper is in front of the threads so that it blocks all the carbon from getting in there. So it helps prevent some carbon lock. But just one of the best ways for sure to thread a suppressor onto a muzzle device.
Yeah. And then with that, we have our Breek Lock 3QD, which is our other suppressor mounting system, a little bit higher price than the Plan B. But as far as features go, the hub itself is made out of titanium, around that 2.37 or 2.3 ounces of weight. And with the muzzle devices, kind of varies, but altogether, typically with the hub and the muzzle device, you're adding around 4.2 ounces of weight on the end of your barrel, and then you have to factor in your suppressor weight as well, but very, very light. As far as taking the hub off, very simple. The muzzle devices have a dual taper design, which prevents carbon lock. We have yet to have any consumers have any complaints when it comes to carbon lock, so that's always nice. And then it is a 3-lug muzzle device. We have our Echo, which is what we have on the barrel right now. We have our Sentinel, our Scorch, and I believe we have the Void mount as well. So there's tons of options. With caliber, we have 30 cal, 223, 5.6, and 9 mil. So the options are there for whatever caliber you want to shoot. And with that, The hub is compatible with all the muzzle devices. So if you want to shoot one suppressor on multiple different rifles, that's where the hub comes into play. It's a quick detach system, so put it on, take it off, throw it on a different rifle, and you're good to go as long as you have another muzzle device on that rifle. Putting it on is very, very simple. So when you time your muzzle device, you want the off lug set equal with the barrel on the top shelf, and then you will line up this pointer to that offset lug. You will push down, and with a little bit of pressure, you slide that over. That lock will come into play, so full rotation, and then you will turn your suppressor until you can't twist it no more. You're locked into play, and you're good to shoot. If you want to take it off, just keep spinning the suppressor, and then what comes with that is you will see this little ball pop out. That means that the suppressor is as loose as it gets, and that will make it easier to put on the next time you use it. So kind of want to keep your eye out for that, just to make it easier for when you want to use it on your next rifle build. But yeah.
Okay. Yeah, super straightforward. Tri-lug design, as long as you clock your muzzle device correctly, so like 12 o'clock, we all know, your ports should be oriented a certain way, right? So just clock it correctly, and then putting it on and off is very easy and straightforward.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it has the same 1375 by 24 hub compatibility threading, so 80% of the suppressors on the market.
Yep.
Fairly simple.
Yeah, so for reference, I could literally take that Breek lock adapter, throw it on this suppressor, then that suppressor will go onto that muzzle device, and vice versa. It's that easy. So very cool, very straightforward. And you mentioned this one comes in a titanium as well as a stainless steel?
Yes.
And then that one's just a steel, right?
Just titanium.
Oh, just titanium,
Just
even
titanium.
better.
Yep, keep it light, keep it quick.
Awesome, so very cool. Well, Andrew, thanks for coming out. Thanks for showing us all this stuff. Thanks for having the second best hair today, I guess. I don't know what to tell you. But in all seriousness, if y'all have any questions, comments, concerns, experience with the product, feel free to post it down below. And as always, if you need help with anything for any reason ever, feel free to give us a call on the tech line. We'll be happy to help you out. And also, you could contact Breek Arms.
Yes.
They'll be able to help you out as well. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.